Hello everyone, today we'll be doing some ranked Rivals of Ixalan draft. In pack 1 we have Legion Lieutenant, a very powerful lord for a pretty good tribe, Vampire Lord, and we have Bombard, a pretty efficient red removal spell. I think I'm gonna go ahead and start with Bombard, as it does keep us a little bit more open. Now we have more powerful removal spells. So we have Luminous Bonds and Impale. This being pirates, black-red being pirates, and red-white being kind of an aggressive version of dinos. I think I prefer... I guess we can take Luminous Bonds. Just being one white is pretty welcome, and we get pretty paid off here on our kind of random choice. And we get a second Luminous Bonds, which goes perfectly with our first one. There's also Water Knot, Hunt the Weak, and Silvergill Adapt for Merfolk. So let's take Luminous Bonds here. See what do we get. So Forsaken Sanctuary, Pride of Conquerors, also Mutiny. Yep, I'm pretty happy with Mutiny. Just very good 1 mana removal spell. It's kind of conditional. It can get stranded, but it tends to really trade up, so it's a card I really like. So there's Resplendent Griffin, which is good in Blue-White Ascent, and some good red cards. All of these are pretty playable. Trailblazer is my favorite. So looks like we have some blue lagging behind. We have Blue Land, Secrets of the Golden City, which is pretty powerful. We'll take Secrets here, just as a hedge. The Imperial Ceratops is... it's not good, and this color combination actually has a lot of 5s, so don't want to pick up. And this is one of the pretty good 5s of the combination. So we still have a lot of good cards. You have Neckbreaker, Famished Paladin, Squire's Devotion, and this Stampeding Horncrest. It's kind of a tough choice. I think I like Squire's Devotion. It's just a very good aura. Even if you get your creature removed, you still got a token and some life swing out of it. Horncrest, you can usually get it late, and it's not that good. Famished Paladin, better than Vampires. Okay, so we have a Horncrest and a Sun-Colored Raptor. Sun-Colored Raptor, not exactly my favorite. Just stacking for 1 when you don't want to pump mana into it is not ideal. Have Tilanali's Crown, Moment of Triumph, which is pretty good combat trick. We'll take the Heliopterus. Not a good card, but this late it's pretty welcome. So Shake the Foundations, it's really bad with our Trailblazer, but it could end up being good, and our Raptor is the definition of filler. Could take Dusk Charger as a hedge, but if our deck gets enough Enrage, we might be happy to have 2 Shake the Foundations. It's actually a pretty good card. Shatter. So green did not seem open, and Galta isn't exactly an easy splash. In our colors we have Divine Verdict, Mutiny, Evolving Wilds is pretty cool. So yeah, Fanatical Firebrand is okay. Not that good in draft. I think pick should be Divine Verdict. It's not too good on aggro, as you can only kill a blocker after it has blocked, obviously. I don't really see us moving out of... We could end up Naya and just splashing white. But again, I think this has enough upside that I want to speculate on it. We already have 3 removal spells. I think we can do without Divine Verdict. Get another Divine Verdict, second pick Impale. and some 2-drops. So, yes, we can take Divine Verdict. Although the Sun Sentinel is pretty good. Actually, Sun Sentinel goes really well with our removal spells. Playing on 2, followed by a couple removal spells, is pretty good. So Sea Red is a powerful aura. Pretty powerful aura. It definitely goes really well with Goblin Trailblazer, but this format can be kind of punishing for auras. Other than that, the only reasonable pick really is the Corsair, I believe. That Seer is okay if we wanted to end up Naya, but I don't really see us doing that. Let's take Sea Red and see if we can get kind of aggressive. Form of the Dinosaur. So deals 15 to a creature. Wow. Oh, we fight a creature. Other than that, there is Nubhorn Sentry. Form of the Dino is a pretty weird card, but I think it's powerful. As a 6-drop, you get to remove a bit, remove some cards. Are you forced to fight? Yeah, you are forced to fight. But I really want to try it out. I actually didn't get to play with this card. I think here is just a 2-drop. Sky Marcher's pretty good. We have the Corsair and this 2-drop. This 2-drop kind of gets stopped by a lot, so not the greatest. We don't have too many 3-drop creatures. Also, we're not really looking to play Shake the Foundations with the deck as it is right now. So, already have 4 2-drops. I think we can do better than Raptor Companion. Let's take the Corsair. We have a Tap Land and Luminous Bonds. We're definitely taking Luminous Bonds. Fanatical Firebrand is okay. Heliopter is okay, and Firebrand is okay. None of this is too exciting. I'm not sure what I should be picking up here. Maybe the Flyer. It's probably good enough. Yeah, take Oraska Raptor. Probably not playing it. Wheel some black. Or not playing black, probably. Take the Barrier. Blazing Hope. Crown. And Fate. Okay, so now we're on to actual Ixalan. So, this pack has a pretty good 2-drop in the form of Tilanelli's Knight, but Rowdy Crew is very decently powerful. It's card advantage in a weird way, and it's pretty efficient for its mana cost. We'll go with that. Cut Oraska Raptor, probably at this point. So we have Bonded Horncrest, goes really well with Heliopters, like really, really well, almost a combo. I've Call to the Feast, which we could splash, but I don't think it's necessary. Fire Cannon Blast, just the standard removal of the set. We really have a lot of removal. And Cut Shake. Let's do some editing here. Galta, the Sanctuary, and the other Shake. So if we want to get more control-y the form of the dinosaur, we can probably do pretty well with Fire Cannon Blast. All of these cards are a little bit more aggressive than I feel comfortable with. Can't block, 1-drop, and a combat trick. I don't like any of these really. Guess we can take the Sky Marcher. Didn't we have a Goblin? I thought we picked up Goblin. Ooh, Lightning Strike going pretty late. But there's also Vona. And if we're going control-y, and we also have the Forsaken Sanctuary, I think Vona is a welcome addition to the deck. It is a very powerful card. Here we'll take Sky Terror over more removal. We have so few creatures. Let's cut Sea Red. This goes well for removal, better than Slash of Talons for sure. Oh, a pretty good 2-drop. Much better than some colored Raptor. Buccaneers, we're probably not playing any of these, I believe. But Buccaneers is the least worst. Oh, Knight is good. Good 2-drop. We'll take that. Rummaging Goblin. We'll leave it in for now. Probably not play it. So we're really looking to take the aggressive edge off of our deck. Maybe take... Yeah, we really have a lot of removal. We're splashing Vona. We have late game with Form of the Dinosaur. So we have 3 cuts to make. We want to cut any auras, Dustborn, Sky Marcher, not too interesting in this deck. Our 2-drops are okay. Sun-colored Raptor. It's kind of a threat, so yeah. Squire's Devotion can help us stabilize against an aggressive deck. Let's isolate all our removal. So we have 6 pieces of removal. So I'll also put in the land back in. Maybe you would like Gleaming Barrier. It could be like very not aggressive. But I think I want to play some early creatures and win off attacking with them and using the removal to keep the attack going. Let's got Rummaging Goblin. Maybe I am underestimating the Rummaging Goblin, but I just don't think it's too good. I can cut a 4-drop as well. And that looks okay. Let's just adjust the mana base a little bit. Good. I'll play the few first matches and see if I want the Rummaging Goblin. So 8 mountains, yeah, looks about right. Just 2 black sources for Vona is 1 less than I feel comfortable with, but I think it's still working really. Yep, let's... Should we go ahead? Or make room for Rummaging Goblin? Actually, let's cut this, add the Rummaging Goblin, and should smooth out our game a little bit. So let's move on to round number 1. So yeah, I've been actually playing a lot of red-white in this format. It just seems to be open pretty frequently. Mutiny seems to be going late. And yeah, and Mutiny interaction at 1 mana is pretty powerful. This hand is very good. Form of the Dino being kind of awkward in our hand, but other than that, pretty okay. Creature removal, hopefully a 2nd red for Rowdy Crew. This deck has some demanding mana. So our splash is maybe a little bit loose, but Vona is a pretty powerful card. So when it deals damage, you make a treasure, sure. Attack for a bit, play Sky Terror. Hopefully, any lands we draw allows us to cast additional spells, and we could also draw something that costs less than 4. Both of these work out for us. So opponent spends 2 more mana to equip the blade. That's a consistent source of treasures for the opponent. So opponent would be at 5 mana next turn. Maybe I don't like that, and I could stop it with Luminous Bonds. It would tax their mana a little bit, force them to play another creature. But then again, they aren't really stopping our aggression. Let's attack first. Don't expect them to block. If we play Exultant Sky Marcher, they play a 5-drop, we can bonds that and win off of that. I think this is a pretty okay plan. This combo is annoying, but Maybe I save up the little removal I have in this game for the actual threats. See if they play a nice little 5-drop there. Sky Terror is just a really good card and it goes really well in our deck. Weaver is a little bit annoying, stopping our aggression a little bit. So we can Squire's Devotion right now. So let's Squire's Devotion the Sky Terror. It's a little bit early. I expect him to have removal for it eventually. But yeah, still doing it. So they block with the Weaver. We get another lifelink vampire. That's right. So yeah. They have a lot of mana to work with. See what they play. Yeah, they do have removal for the Sky Terror. We've definitely got 2 for 1 here, but we got a nice little kickback in the form of our vampires. Yeah. Now we have the choice. No, instead of Rowdy Crew is a little bit awkward. There's a lot that we want to keep, but it's just good enough on its own. Hopefully we get to keep these 2. See what happens. So they're getting hammered. We're getting some draws. Okay, we do lose the Luminous Bonds, which I'm not too happy about, but we have enough mana for Form of the Dinosaur. We have another removal spell to kind of replace that. So Form of the Dino cannot deal with the Scoundrel, but we can also use the Form of the Dino to just gain back a lot of the life we lost. So they play this without raid. Oh no, it will trigger on the end step. So how do we want to do this? We could trade for the Corsair, but I don't think it's necessary at all. So we're just taking damage, Fire Blast this, and keep attacking. I mean, we can attack with the vampires due to this counter. I kind of forgot about it. So let's Fire Cannon Blast the Looter away, I guess. Hold off some of the aggression. And attack with our unblockables. This is unblockable because it has menace. And yeah. Form of the Dino can help us not lose the race if they do anything funny. It looks like they're just leaving blockers for our Rowdy Crew. I guess we can attack with the Rowdy Crew. Force some blocks, get rid of the Slippery Scoundrel. What happened? Oh! Oh, I'm sorry. I thought Rowdy Crew had Menace. It has only Trample. So that was a little mistake on our part, on my part. So yeah, played a Trailblazer, still at 12. I'd rather hold on to Form of the Dino. In case they remove the Sky Marcher and deal some damage, we can get back to the game with the Form. So yeah, we win game 1, move on to match number 2. So yeah, definitely a less aggressive build of red-white as we're really trying to leverage the most of our removal spells, which is why I ended up adding Ramaging Goblin so we can sustain a late game plan. So mulligan that, keep this. I kind of want to keep this on top, playing 2-drop, 2-drop, eventually Luminous Bonds. I think it's good enough, so let's just keep that on top. And yeah, 2 2-drops. Tilinelli Summoner. It doesn't really have evasion, but it already has the token making ability on. So this is kind of annoying. If we didn't play a blocker, they could attack and make 2 tokens. And that's pretty powerful. Thankfully, we do have blockers for it, so we'll attack and play the Swaggering Corsair as our second blocker. If they play something, I don't mind mutinying the summoner. Okay, so they're going to get to attack, but make no tokens. And we are going to get a nice little 2-for-1 here when we Luminous Bonds their creature. So yeah, I don't see any reason not for us to do that. I don't want them to get any value out of the summoner, and now they're in deep trouble. And it even stays on the board so we can use it to mutiny. With 3 power, it can take down a lot of whatever they can play. So yeah. They just pass, and they have to... Oh, I forgot about Sea Red. Oh, they only sacrificed the aura. Interesting. So, I don't see any reason for us not to attack. Let's just beat him for a little. Epsom's Desire, just a bounce spell. We'll replay it. They also get a treasure, so I expect them to make plays on their turn. This time they'll have access to at least 4 mana. So we'll just replay the Corsair. And then Luminous Bonds and Mutiny. Mutiny now less powerful, as their creature got a lot smaller. I forgot about this clause on Sea Red. There's also it on Curious Obsession. So they Water Not or a guy. But yep. Oh, Frenzied Raptor is very nice on this type. In this type of deck, the Raptor really overperforms. You can remove all their blockers and then just attack for 4 per turn. So yeah. We're really annoying our opponent. We can't really win next turn, but we're definitely pressuring them. So they use Fire Cannon Blast. Looks like they also have a lot of removal. Water Not, Fire Cannon Blast, and the Bounce Spell. But yeah, as long as we have one threat, we're still hitting them every turn. They're debating whether to use the Treasurer, maybe play a 2-drop here. Yep, Trailblazer. We can kill the Trailblazer here. So we are going to Mutiny. This is the first and this is the second. Attack of Tilanali's Knights. Yeah, let's just go for broke. Play Martyr of Dusk. We could be more mana efficient in playing the Raging Goblin, but I just want to keep the aggression as much as possible. Wow. Really didn't expect him to attack in that situation. Very unexpected to me. So the board wipe of the set is a mythic and it costs 7, so we'll just play our hand. And I expect him to be dead. Yep. And that's 2-0 for us in our lead. Moving on to match number 3. Really liking the deck. We really stayed on the right colors, I guess, and we got a lot of removal due to it. So yeah, we did a spec on the Galta, even though green was a little bit cut. But since pack 2 comes in another direction, we might see a lot more green. And Galta is a good reason to go green, so we could end up red-green and splash Luminous Bonds. So yeah, Vona being a little bit awkward in this hand, but it's pretty good. Sun Sentinel plus Corsair and Bombard is another nice aggressive start. Yeah, if this deck had another tap land, Vona would be very powerful. As is, the mana really is not entirely up there. That might even be better with Vona, but we also added a Rummaging Goblin, so we can both dig for black mana and pitch the uncastable Vona once this happens, so we made some plans for the splash. So yeah, Sun Sentinel getting on the board, holding down the fort against the Fanatical Firebrand. Looks like they have no plays on their turn. Let's play a mana and pass. Ooh, we draw a black mana. That is very welcome. This is a late game plan now. Vona is a really powerful card. It's a stabilizer, it's removal, it does a lot. It really does. So next turn we should play the tap land if we don't draw anything too relevant. And then we can play Vona on curve. So play the Corsair with the raid counter and pass turn. I hope opponent also doesn't miss his third turn. Oh, they even miss a land drop apparently. So I don't feel compelled to block. They could be attacking just for raid, but there is a raid creature that kills a damaged creature, so I don't really want to take a chance here. And at 18, I'm pretty fine not blocking. So yeah, we'll play our tap land, bombard their blocker, and attack them for 5. So I like this line because it can kind of force, if they don't have a adequate blocker, it can force a removal out of their hand. So say they bombard the Corsair, that's a bombard that's not going on a Bona. They have the Phoenix. We are going to need an answer for that. But in case Bona doesn't get removed, it can just exile the Phoenix. Also, Luminous Bonds pairs pretty well with Phoenix. So we'll just play Vona straight away here. And hope that it really hope that it lives. They haven't played any removal spells in this game, and there's a lot of common removal they can have, such as Bombard, Impale. A lot of cards that deal with Vona cleanly. So yeah. Even Lightning Strike would be lethal to Vona with the Firebrand, so there's a good chance we're not keeping our Vampire Legendary. So they're attacking us. That is a good sign for me. Play a land. Charging Tuscadon. Now we get a little bit of a choice. Although, I do believe we're attacking with everything and killing the Tuscadon. We go down to 7 and then go up to... Yeah, there's some risk involved because the opponent can block the Vona and ping us for 1. Also, to use vulnerability before blockers after attacking, you do need to enable full control. Whenever you want to do something on attackers before blockers, you want to do that. So let's attack with everything. Kill the Tuscadon. We're dead to a lot of stuff. No, I'm being exaggerated. We go down to 7, but then we go up to 11. They can make us not gain life, but they need to give up on their Firebrand. So we're dead to some stuff. We're dead to Lightning Strike. We're dead to Sure Strike. But I do want to take this chance here. If they do that play, I am kind of worried. Oh, we even go down to 6. I forgot about that. So yeah, any auras are lethal here. We maybe could have gone for a more conservative line. What we could have done is just attack with Vona, kill the Phoenix, and they probably wouldn't. Yeah, maybe we went a little bit too bold. We're dead to a lot here. Okay, let's just exit full control now. And yeah, please don't kill us. So yeah, what I was saying is I could have attacked if they blocked the Tuscadon. I could have traded Vona and killed the Phoenix. If they didn't block or just blocked with Firebrand, we wouldn't need to use Vona's ability. So yeah, maybe too aggressive. So looks like we might be dead here. Sure Strike perhaps, or Lightning Strike after damage. Or the 5-drop that deals 2. That is a lot of that kills us. Okay, but if they don't kill us, we do get to gain a lot of life back and just kind of run away with this game. We keep Vona. That is all we really wanted to see. We can Squire's Devotion Devona. It deals 1 more damage, gains us 1 more life, and gets us a token. This would get us out of range of like 2 power auras, stuff like that. And it also allows us to get blocked by the Phoenix. I think I'm gonna do it. It's a pretty iffy play here. Not sure how I feel about this. But yeah. So how is this gonna work out for us? So yeah. Pretty tense. Opponent has 2 cards in hand. Haven't played any lands. Oh, Rowdy Crew is sweet here with 2 lands in hand. It's pretty ideal. So I think I'm gonna play pre-combat. Yep. Discard 2 lands. It even gets a trigger. First time I've done that. And so I attack with Bona. And maybe the Vampire, because they're pretty forced to block Bona. If they had removal, I think they would have spent it already. So we're gaining 1 more life and putting them down to 2. So there's really no reason to exile the token. We can exile the Phoenix once they get it back. So we can do it later at no cost, really. So they get their Phoenix back, draw their card for turn. And they're going to need to answer a lot. Even the Heliopterus is pretty annoying, soon enough. So they take 1, not good for them. Also, this is a Trampler. And yeah, Forerunner of the Empire, and they're pretty much done at this point. With 1 black mana, I only need to worry about Skullduggery. A powerful card, but Avona's ability plus the Rowdy Crew is a win with Trample. Oh man, I wanted to activate it end of turn. It was a little bit annoying on the client. But anyways, we just attack with everything and they're dead. But yeah, it's weird that it didn't give me priority on their end step. I don't think I was passing turn. But yeah, Magic Arena, sometimes you have some issues with that. Also, we did go up to Gold Tier 2, pretty nice. We're getting pretty close to Platinum right now. So yeah, good stuff, good stuff. Also, I'm not sure what the tiers are, so I'll Google them. Magic Arena tiers. No, it's not tiers that I want. So okay. So there are a lot of old images, so I don't actually. Oh, I found a new one. Okay, so there is both Platinum and Diamond, so still a long way to go if we want to get to Mythic. So this hand's okay. I wish I had a better 2-drop, but this hand is the regular plan of the deck of Early Threat plus a bunch of removal. Really punishes lower draws, things like that. A second creature would be ideal. But yeah. Ooh, Rowdy Crew is nice here. Ideally, we would want to spend our removal before playing Rowdy Crew. Mutiny is nice. Mutiny kind of makes me want to not spend our removal. So let's think a bit. If we can Luminous Bonds, then we can Mutiny. I think I'd rather just get this 1 extra damage, see what they do, then we can Mutiny and Luminous Bonds on the same turn. See what they play. Oh wow. This is a powerful aggressive card. Territorial Hammer Skull. just one of the most powerful cards in Triple Ixalan. It used to be one of the big reasons why the format was as aggressive as it was. So we'll use it to kill the Corsair. And we can either Luminous Bonds or Fire Cannon Blast. I'm gonna randomly choose Luminous Bonds. Shouldn't matter too much. Now, though, Luminous Bonds would be better against Headwater Sentries. Yeah, maybe we should have gone for Fire Cannon Blast. Okay, Spirewinder. Annoying, but we can Fire Cannon Blast that anyway. And yep. Our plan at this point is looking sharp, so let's just kill the Spirewinder. We could also choose not to play land. It's okay with Rowdy Crew. I mean, we're actually going to need to play a second white source eventually, so we don't necessarily want to discard that. Quaxio Corsair, okay. Rowdy Crew being a little bit bad on this board, we'll use it mostly to filter out our hand then. Because of that, I do want to play the Exultant Sky Marcher before Rowdy Crew. So playing the Sky Marcher and pass. We're keeping this land as things to pitch to Rowdy Crew. Ooh, they do Hornswoggle, so they counter and get a treasure. So we'll pass without playing land here. Ooh, this card is a little bit scary. They get some millis for 4 if they have attacked us. And that is kind of a quick clock, because milling 4 plus the draw of the turn is kind of like a 6-turn clock at this point. But we'll probably be able to deal with that, but we do want to hurry up a bit. We can't take forever to win. So we'd lose our second Luminous Bond, so we don't have any more. So let's just play Rowdy Crew. So our 1 mana card is Mutiny, so we'll keep red untapped. So let's play the Rowdy Crew. Rowdy Bunch. They don't have a second counter, so trigger that. Wow. Well, it gets bigger, and that is good. And we get to attack them for a little bit. This only gains power, so yeah. Maybe we should have leave the Heliopterus to block the Corsair. Didn't think about that too much. Since we are getting milled for more, if we got rid of the Corsair, it would really slow down their clock, as they would lose some turns of aggression. But I say, if they don't play a creature, we can definitely race them a lot. But they do have a lot. Okay, they pass turn. They mill us a little bit more. We lose the lifelink aura and some stuff. Bombard is good here. We'll attack with everything. We're gonna trade the Firebrand. If they let us, I am going to spend all my mana here to make it a 5-powered creature. Looks like they might have an answer. If they use that answer now, it would be pretty welcome, as we could still cast Bombard, but they are playing correctly if they have something. But they don't. Okay, so they fall down to 2. They're playing blue, so I'm just gonna play our lands. I could keep the 2 lands to protect it from a black discard too. There are a few of those in this set, at least one. Ooh, Spark's Devotion gets them some life, but I think we still win if they don't do anything else. Ooh, Rig Hauler, that's annoying. So bounces Rowdy Crew. That really bought them a lot of time. Mistcloak Herald being a bomb with Navigator's Ruin. Oh man, this does not look good. So we want to ensure that they will be dead. So we can bombard this, attack for 2. I think this is the best course of action. Bombard before triggering Rowdy Crew. Let's do that. Get rid of lifelink. Lifelink really saved their life. We'll do this pre-combat since they are tapped out anyways. Come on, 2 lands. Yes, so we do get the trigger. Having this as a big trampler is a lot of pressure, and Horncrest is a nice little combo with the Heliopterus. We still have one more turn to play where they're milling us down to 1. Ritual of Rejuvenation. They definitely have life gain in their deck. They do need to attack us with at least 1 creature. Doing it with the unblockable. We're milling down to 2, then drawing our card. It should reveal our last card. Oh, it doesn't do that anymore, I guess. Okay. It used to do that. So here we can win with just our flyers, as the Horncrest does get flying. Oh, I counted incorrectly the damage. So, well, they need to not have an answer. So give Horncrest flying, and they're dead on board, but they do have 2 cards in hand. Whatever, we're dead if we don't do it. Yeah, guess we won. We won for Xerxes. Wow, that was a nail biter. This card, Navigator's Ruin, is really not a card I particularly like, but I have run into a lot of trouble playing against it, so maybe it's better than what I'm giving it credit. It's just a really fast clock, because it mills you for 4, and you do draw your 1 card of the turn, so every turn you're losing 5 cards from your deck, so it does end up being a pretty quick clock. This hand is definitely awkward. I think we can ship this. We've only 1 2-drop and a 6-drop, so let's mulligan this. It's the same hand minus a card. But the Scry is actually... I'm not happy about it, but the Scry does make it a lot better, so yeah. We still haven't gotten to play Form of the Dino. It's definitely a value card, like you can use it to go up to 15 and then start sniping creatures. So, but you can't do that forever, because they do fight back, they do deal you damage, and say they have some flyers, you are taking even more damage. And it also has the big downside of some enchantments that they only trigger on your next turn, so when you play it, it will not impact the board for a whole turn cycle, so that is a little bit of a downside to it. So opponent playing nothing after his Numbhorn Sentry. Ooh, Chupacabra. One of the best cards in the set. I don't mean one of the best uncommons, just one of the best cards in the set. So yeah. Have a handful of removal. I really don't want to spend removal on the Numbhorn Sentry. More the Chupacabra, to be honest, so we can get a little bit patient here. I will Luminous Bonds the Pterodon. Could they attack and maybe make a trade? I don't mind that trade at all. I would gladly make that trade. So Fire Cannon Blast, that is something. We could attack to enable it. Sure. Let's do that. Wait, what am I... Okay. No, we just made a genius bluff. They got scared of blocking, and that's exactly what I wanted. I'm just kidding. I totally forgot about the Pterodon because it was already dead in my mind because we were going to kill it. But yeah, it ended up being a stone cold bluff there. So they have a lot of cards. Oh, they just got a sand. Yeah, I knew that was coming pretty soon. I thought they were at 9 with the Dusk Charger. So Vona is good when we can cast her. I'll say that. So let's Luminous Bond. Actually, leave the wide open to keep selling our bluff. Attack. 2 blockers. And yeah. They do block. I don't mind. I like trading. It slows down their clock a bit. And this late game is... I think we should take this game to the late game. They do have a send, but we have Vona. Oh, nice! That is a Vona enabler. So next turn we can Vona. I guess I can just pass, stop and upkeep. I think I will bombard now. Just for safety. And yeah, we're taking, a lot of tokens. Nothing that is a problem to Vona, and I expect him to be out of removal pretty soon. So play Vona this turn in the form of the Dino next turn. It's a nice little combo because the lifelink goes really well with Vona. Dusk Charger with Luminous Bonds is kind of annoying. Oh, they killed our Vona. We needed it. Now form of the Dino gets a lot scarier. Because we play this, go down to 15, then they hit us for 9, and that is a losing proposition. So I think we played a Terror as a terrifying blocker and stop the Glorifier. It's a bit loose, but I expect the opponent to be low on resources at this point. And I do want to set up so we can safely play Form of the Dino. Oh, are we dead? No, okay. So, we're almost dead. I didn't notice we were at such a low life total. So, Form of the Dino now to stabilize. We're gaining 14 life. That is pretty cool. We just gained 14 life. And yeah, they hit us for a bunch, but we do get to fight their tokens. One annoying thing, if they have no creatures, we are obligated to fight their luminous bonded creatures. That is not good. So lifelink is kind of a necessity eventually because we're not clocking them for lethal anytime soon, them being at 20 HP. So yeah. March of the Drown gets back Chupacabra. That is awful news for us. This game is really getting out of hand. I guess we have Rowdy Crew. And yeah, we don't have too many outs here. So we're taking more damage, our life total really getting dangerously low. Now we are going to get to fight Chupacabra before drawing, if opponent eventually passes her. So fight Chupacabra, take 2. Ooh, Lander is not what we want to see. Okay, I guess I have to pass. We're going to 5 and Virtual 4 once we fight their least powerful creature. At least they didn't play anything. So kill their token, draw a blocker please. Yeah, we're going down to Virtual 2 now. So pretty bad news. Opponent keeps their own lands, but we also do. And now I think we're pretty much done because we're forced to fight the Glorifier. I think we're dead. We're dead to our own form of the dinosaur. I mean, with no board, this was just not enough. So we fight whatever, and it deals 5 back to us. So yeah. I do know this is a card that you have to have a board for it to really shine. So yeah, we weren't pressuring the opponent, so off the dinosaur wasn't really good there. I think it is a weird card. I'm not sure how I feel about it. The life gain was pretty interesting. We did gain 14 life. Okay, this is a nice little hand. Very nice hand. Opponent also keeps 7. We're currently 4-1 on match number 6 of our league. See what we are up against here. What land do they choose to play? And will they play a 1-drop? Will they ever play something? Because they're really taking a long time on this turn 1 here. Looks like some action. Okay, I'll Island and pass. Respectable choice. We'll play our 2-drop. A pretty decent 2-drop, like leaving a body behind. That's pretty good 2-drop right there. Ooh, nice. So now we get to make an actual curve. We go 2, 3, and Rowdy Crew. Playing Rowdy Crew on curve has some drawbacks, but I think we do want to take those drawbacks so we can maximize our aggression this game. We could alternatively play Luminous Bonds, but I think I prefer the Rowdy Crew line. We'll do this post-combat. Attack like this. Play the crew. Come on, let's just keep our Luminous Bonds. That's all I want. Yeah. I'd rather have pitched Vona, but this was still pretty good. I mean, no, it really wasn't actually. We lost a bit. We did lose Horncrest, and we only drew land, so not too nice. We lost this Skyterra we drew as well. Oh, I didn't notice it was a 5/5. That is actually pretty lucky in its own way. Rummaging Goblin is nice, and we get the nice little combo of Rummaging Goblin plus Bona. The combo being that it can either pitch lands to find black, or pitch Bona to find cards we can cast. It is a conscientious part of the deck we built. It's pretty important, them being together. So Spirewinder. They're at 5, 7. They're at 7 permanents currently. Reading the Rummaging Goblin there. Reading our cards. Feel free, opponent. So yeah. Good old Scavenging Goblin. So I think I don't mind pitching Vona. We could pitch the Plains. Actually, let's pitch the Plains. So pitch the Plains. I'll only pitch Vona once we don't have anything interesting going. So we'll pacify the Spirewinder so we can keep attacking with the Corsair. Attack for 3. And it's a pretty good evasive threat, so it will usually warrant removal anyways. So yeah. Also, one thing I didn't mention last game, Form of the Dinosaur does have a very bad synergy with Luminous Bonds, as you saw. If that was actual removal, like get out of the board removal, we would have been in a really commanding position that game. We would have just gotten rid of all their creatures, and then we would both be in top deck mode. So yeah, Luminous Bonds kind of hurt us there by not being get out of the board removal. So let's activate Rummaging Goblin once more. Not Bona. Almost pitched that. Another land. We'll hold on to that for the Rummaging Goblin. Yeah, the Goblin's being absolute gas this game. Just letting us pitch land is pretty welcome. Now, I could Squire's Devotion on the Corsair, but given that they have this 5-drop in their hand, I don't think it's really worth it. I think we can just attack for trade. And yeah, not much else. An alternative line would be to Squire's Devotion. Nah, that is bad. I would say Squire's Devotion this and attack with everything, but then we just jump attack twice, and they only go down to 5. So let's attack like this. Sure, they trade 1 for 1 with Wayfinder. Only natural at the left filter they're on. Yeah, we need Rummaging Goblin to find us good stuff pretty soon. We have 2 draws next turn after we pitch Mountain, so yeah, we have a couple flyers, things like that. We did lose Kiter. Actually, don't know how many flyers we have. Guess not too many. We didn't pick. Oh, we have the 4-drop 2/2 flyer. That's a pretty good draw right now. Play Ceratops, pretty good stabilizer. Buy back Secrets of the Golden City. That is a draw 3 that is gonna be pretty powerful. So we have a really aggressive line. Here we can Luminous Bonds the Ceratops, Squire's Devotion this and attack it and don't have good blocks, but after they play their other 4/4, that play is gonna be pretty bad, so let's keep digging. Wow, that sure saw a lot of lands this game, so we still can go for that line, but as I said, I don't think it accomplishes much. Thing is, opponent with this Lumina, with the Secrets of the Golden City, they're just gonna outvalue us pretty quickly here. I guess we'll pass. We'll keep rummaging for flyers. I think we only have 2 of those. We only have the 4-drops that have flying. Also, casting Vulnerable would be pretty okay. We are at a high enough life total that we can really snipe their creatures. So they play the Armasaur and draw 3. Kind of weird, they should have done that the other way. They already had a sense, so no risk there. But yeah. We do have the option of double blocking. It preserves our life total, and these 2 creatures, they're not being too relevant right now. I'm fine trading 1 for 1 here. Definitely trading up. He'll probably kill the Sun Sentinel, yeah, that's expected. Bombard is nice. We can actually get rid of their whole board, sort of, and hit them for 3. We would still have some removal in the deck in the form of Mutiny and the 3 mana deal 3 or 6. So yeah, we would need to not rummage to do that. They do have 5 cards in hand. I think I'm just gonna rummage first. Form of the Dino, that is interesting. So Luminous Bonds the Armasaur and pass. This game is getting weird. I just want to draw my flyer. I don't want to form of the Dino. Look at these huge creatures that we are going to have to either win the game before killing them or just fighting them head on. They do deal a lot of damage. So, wow, they cast 3 Secrets of the Golden City this game, so yeah. They definitely got their value. If I knew about that, I would have... Oh, that gets the Ceratops out of Bombard range. Not good news for us at all. River Darter. Do they attack? Do they feel comfortable attacking? They do. Okay. We have options, we can form of the Dino. See, we can bombard and Squire's Devotion. Not an easy game at all. I think I like the hyper aggressive line. Let's take that. Let's be super aggressive. And maybe Form of the Dino can help us keep that aggression on the little bit later game. So yeah, we hit him for 4. Yeah, I like this. I like this. I like this. We have a lot of cards in hand, and that's what worries me the most. But maybe this is a game where Form of the Dino can really steal it for us. Yeah, Fleet Swallower is exactly one we want to see. A dumb threat that we can Form of the Dino away. Also, Mutiny looks pretty good on this board. Mutiny does a lot on this board. They even keep attacking. We're definitely taking because we have Form of the Dino to gain some life back. Okay, and I think now's the time. So, do we even want to rummage the Frenzied Raptor? Not sure. We have Mutiny to draw, but Mutiny can't kill the Fleet Swallower right now. Complicated, huh? Yeah, I think we want to Form of the Dino anyways. If we want to, we can rummage on the end step. We can rummage either Vona or Frenzied Raptor. Probably Frenzied Raptor, as it's a little bit obsolete on this board with them having a 5/5 and a 6/6. That's going to take a while for us to answer. Also, we're really incentivized to chump here to preserve our life total because our... Wow, what the hell? Opponent just has infinite Secrets of the Golden City. That is the third one, and they even got to recast it. Wow, that really worked out for them. Hey, look, this is a Major Ring Network from Jace's home plane. I didn't know that was on the card. So I guess this is like Jace remembering his youth. These could be the kids that bothered him, and I think that's what made him spark. So they get the Brainstorm Merfolk, pretty good choice. Yeah. So yeah, they play Forerunner of Heralds and are debating if they attack. If they attack, we kind of have to chump. We need to preserve our life total. We're getting milled for quite a bit. We're getting milled for 8 here. Also, they're really aggroing us. Weird. The Gilgrove Stalker is annoying. Oh, also we can see we milled 1 black source, so we still have 1 black source in the deck. We also milled Mutiny and I believe Luminous Bonds. Wow, we have 3 Luminous Bonds. We didn't know that. I forgot about that, I mean. So pass the blockers. Block like this. We can also block like this, but then we don't really have a clock. Yeah, the only card that can block the Stalker is the Goblin. Hey, there's a thing here. If we don't block, we can draw removal, fight this, remove this, and attack for lethal. They can still play a blocker second main phase, but it kind of tempts me quite a bit. Yeah, but I think we really need to preserve our life total to keep Form of the Dino just going and going. So let's do it like this. Let's rummage for the swamp now. Vona is definitely good in this board. So rummage on the end step. Throw away the Raptor, see what we draw. Also, we're kind of milling ourselves here for a bit, but I think the situation calls for it. So kill the Ceratops. We could kill the Fleet Swallower, right? There's also Lightning Strike in our deck. Nah, I think we just kill the Fleets. No, let's kill the Ceratops because then we can attack with Martyr, gain some life. I don't think we should be worried about getting milled right now. The dive down. I mean, at least we don't lose life, I guess. Yeah, we don't lose life. But game's looking that ugly for us. They bounce the Martyr. Wow, we don't get to be in anywhere. So this is situation critical for us. I think we're kind of done here. I believe we're done here. Anyways, I think we pitched 2 drop. So we have no. What am I saying? We definitely pitched land because yeah, that was the best draw. The question is this enough? And I'm not sure. We're getting milled aggressively. We're getting milled very aggressively. Tough stuff. At least we have a nice little chump blocker. Bonus stops the smaller creatures. I mean, it doesn't stop heralds anymore. We're getting milled for 3. Yeah, it's good that they attack with the Stalker. That gives us an easy block. Well, so now we know one of our last cards is the Heliopterus. That is good to know. Hopefully it's the one right now and not the one after that. We need it soon. So how is this? Can we not block? Oh, we don't need to not block. We still have the Rummaging Goblin and the token this makes, so this just seems like an obvious lock to me. Luck like this. Hopefully they don't combat trick and kill Vonid. That would be annoying. But I don't think a deck that plays 3 Secrets of the Golden City really plays combat tricks. So yeah. So what are you doing, opponent? And I think the other card we have in the deck is Mutiny. And that's pretty good. That is pretty good. So let's form up the Dino, the Augur. Right, because we kind of need to win this turn or the following. Do they have another dive down? Man, this deck is weird. They have dive down and 3 Secrets of the Golden City. Verdant Rebirth. When it dies, return its... Oh, I don't care about that at all. So, do we win? Heliopters. So, I believe this means our last card is Mutiny, I believe. I believe we're playing 2. So, we'll try to attack for lethal. Huh. Because that's all we can do. And yeah, we won. Okay. Good stuff. If they had a bounce or something, we could kill this Fleet Swallower so they didn't mill us completely and try to win on the following turn. But yeah, that was a tense game. Maybe opponent got a little bit too aggressive. They just left some chump blocks. I think it would have been their game. So yeah, our matches are definitely getting harder. They're getting consistently hard once I got to gold right now. So yeah. This end is fine. I think we can deal with no white. We can navigate that somehow. But it also keeps 7. Oh, and look at that white mana. Right on time. Right on time. Tilanelli's Knight, 1 turn late. Not good, Tilanelli's Knight. Play that. Repping that those Mardu colors. And yeah. Play Territorial Hammerskull. We could bluff here. We could attack with the Knight. And then Swaggering Corsair, and that would be a nice little curve. But that is a high risk move. Like, very high risk. So, I think I'm happier just playing Rowdy Crew. We definitely have bad cards to pitch. Okay, I'm very fine with that. Very fine with that. What you need to remember about Rowdy Crew, it's that it is a +1. It is discard at random, which hurts a lot. But you do draw 3 and discard 2. Very important to how the card works. Interesting, they didn't check with Hammerskull, even though they could tap the Rowdy Crew down. So, not sure what we want to do. We can Sky Terror and then attack with Rowdy Crew only and play Corsair second main phase, or we can Luminous Bonds and attack with both right away. If opponent isn't feeling too aggressive, I guess we can just develop our board. So let's attack with Rowdy Crew. They don't block. I'm not sure what their plan is. So we play Swaggering Corsair and pass. Glorifier of Dusk, the terrible Sarah Angel, but still Sarah Angel. And with its big butt, we kind of need to get it out of the way right now. So let's Luminous Bonds so we can keep aggroing them. Now we can just attack with everything. Also, big mess up on my part. I did intend to play Sky Terror to trigger Tilanelli's Knight and attack with everything. I just forgot about it midway. I forgot about Tilanelli being a 3-powered attacker. Definitely a mistake on my part. Anyways, our curve's still looking pretty powerful. Opponent's gonna need to make some blocks pretty soon. Okay, we're definitely beating their faces. So we are demanding some answers here, and they can only make trades. There are no chump attacks here. Nice. Oh, wow. Okay. What are they doing? Maybe they have a Lord, or a Lord they're looking to draw? Or maybe they have like that 4-drop that every time you attack with a vampire you drain for 1. So I'm actually pretty intimidated by my opponent's play pattern. I don't know what to think about it. Let's see if they will make a play that will make it all make sense and click. Because right now, I'm not sure why they're not making these trades we're offering. We can play the Mountain for the Firebrand or just hold it on for Rummaging Goblin. I think we're gonna play Heliopters anyway, so let's just check. Yeah, these are all good attacks still. These are all good attacks. Oh wow, I just got really scared for a second there. I thought they might settle the wreckage. I'm not playing around settle the wreckage at all in draft. It's just not. I need to be winning by a million to play around it. So they've won us hungered, so we need to sacrifice 3 creatures. So I believe that is 1, 2. Wow, it's rounded up. That is a lot to ask. So I guess it's pretty obvious. We discard we sacrifice them like this. And yeah, that's what they were doing. They were holding on to their permanent so they could ascend. Because Vona's hunger without ascend wouldn't do much. And now they just got right back into this game. We're still winning. I would still prefer to be me given the information we have, but they're definitely still in this for sure. They can even make an attack and activate Sky Marcher to gain some life. Yeah, yeah. So they're going to +1/+1 token. Yeah, looks like they're going for this plan. They're going to attack and gain 3 life. That is so they're not dead to the flying attacker we have. So yeah, that is a plan, and that definitely buys them time. And now we want to end this game as soon as possible. Okay, we'll hit them for 4. Give the flying sky charger flying. Then we can play Frenzied Raptor and Rummaging Goblin. I think I like playing both because it stops him from. Yeah, if we draw something we don't want, we can just bitch it to the Goblin. So yeah, play out our hands here. And yeah, the opponent needs an answer. They do find an answer. And they have their tapper. Yeah, this is a lot of pressure on us. This is a tense situation here. We're still at a healthy life total. And we have powerful draws. We have removal draws. We have Form of the Dinosaur as a draw. So they're just hitting us for. Yeah, they need to hit with the Hammer Skull to protect their creature. They don't need to do it, but that is what they're doing. No blocks. No blocks? Yeah, no blocks. Because they can activate this Sky Marcher. So, they tap down a lot of their stuff, so they're in danger. Okay. So I believe this is a win. So we'll Mutiny, Glorifier into Voracious Vampire. And that is lethal on board. We're taking down their only blocker, so we can attack with the Frenzied Raptor, and that is game. That was a nice game. We just almost got by Vonus Hunger. Opponent had a good lifelink plan, but yeah. Interesting game. And now we're 1 game away from 7 wins. Pretty sweet stuff, so yeah, let's see how we do here. And hopefully our final game of this league. Definitely getting some rank this league. Should be moving into platinum pretty soon. So we're up against CPRS. We're going first, and we have a problematic starting hand. We're gonna ship it. And this hand looks good. It looks good. Hopefully there's a mountain off the top of my deck. And we do have a scry to look for it. And look, there is my good friend the mountain on the top of my deck, just as foretold. So opponent also mulligans to 6 and also scries to the top. We should be in for a nice little game here. We have a choice between a lot of good 2-drops. I am going to kind of arbitrarily lead with Martyr of Dusk. Both the Martyr and the Trailblazer are fine choices. Search for a Scanton. Not as good in draft, but definitely a good card. Definitely a good card. So we'll keep playing out of our hand. And they need to make a play that is a little bit more impactful than just search for a Scanton. So they mill a 5-drop. Maybe looking for lands, we don't know. We'll attack them for 4 here. And we'll be mana efficient and play Rowdy Crew, I believe. We could be running into some Hornswoggle or Cancel, but I'm fine with that, I believe. Okay, it's resolved. Good news. We pitched some pretty bad cards, so good news also. And this is really a game where Form of the Dinosaur might get to shine. Because we're dominating the board, we can use Form of the Dinosaur as like repeated removal. And that is a lot of pressure on the opponent. So they scratch to the top, they surveil to the top with Search for a Scantive. So yeah. Which indicates to me they maybe have a way of answering this board. If we draw land, I'm definitely playing Luminous Bonds. If we don't, I'm probably just attacking and playing Skyterra. So, river-wise, Ogre definitely getting a lot of value with Search for Ascanto. They get to put two cards. They get to put the card they want the least right on top, and they get to mill it with Search for Ascanto. So, nice little synergy their deck has. But right now we have the synergy of Bleeding Face. So we lose our land drop. So I'm going to do as advertised. I'm going to hold on to Luminous Bonds. Play the Raptor instead of the Skyterror. Oh, interesting. Oh yeah, I forgot they couldn't block the Trailblazer. So yeah, they're kind of forced to block the Mario of Dusk and get us a token. So let's see what card they didn't want. They didn't want the land? Okay. And now I expect Luminous Bonds to win this game, but there's definitely a healthy chance of that happening. Yep, and that is game. So good stuff. Our deck ended up being pretty powerful. Satisfied about our draft. It's nice that we picked up the Galta and knew not to force it. We just took it as a hedge. And yeah, it just sounded a nice little good game. And that puts us to 7-1. Pretty good league with this deck. So yeah. We move on further into gold tier 2. The over half of gold. And yeah. Get to claim our 7-win prize, which includes 2 boosters. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. Rivals of Ixalan, definitely not my favorite format, but I have been having fun playing it. Tender Shoot Ride, very powerful in drafts. And for our last pack, we have this dumb guy. Not even good in draft. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Soon, there is Guilds of Ravnica Legions releasing on the 17th. I look very forward to making some videos of that for you. Thanks for tuning in.